Alright, what up to the MMC family? So let's start our monthly breakdown for GJ, gold, NAS, and US30. So we're gonna go into the depth with this a little bit, and I want to go and see what I want to see on every time frame. Right, I've got different zones marked up for every different time frame, so we're gonna break down every single one from the monthly down. So let's start off with gold. I am bearish on gold, right? We had a engulfing monthly candle close, creating a resistance. So all we need to know for the monthly candle is that this candle is going to pull back up towards 1937, possibly, right? Tap into here, possibly. And then when it comes down and drives down and breaks this low here at 1872, there's clean traffic right here on the left hand side, right? So if you block out everything here and you just see this, where do you see clean traffic moving down towards? Right here at 1796, basically 1800 flat. So I'm anticipating to see gold hit 1800s this month, just based off the monthly candle, right? So this is what I'm anticipating to see. We do this on the stream all the time, as I'll draw these candles up. It's something like this. This is what our monthly candle should end up printing out and looking like towards the end of the month, right? So now let's drop down to the weekly and see what happens. Okay, so boom. On the weekly time frame, you can see that we still close above within here, right? So it looks like this monthly candle is doing a little bit of a pullback now. But if we can come and close below here on the weekly or the daily, that will be when gold starts to melt down and fill all this clean traffic down towards 1790 area, right? Which would be our 1800 target. So as soon as you see that happen, right, we can go to the daily time frame right now. There are some minor levels in here that we'll watch throughout the weeks and everything. You know, you'll see it on the stream. I probably won't have all of this drawn up just because, you know, I don't anticipate this move all happen like in a single day, right? I mean, it could happen, but we'll have to see. But it's very unlikely it will, without, like, you know, maybe breaking below, then pulling back to retest structure, pulling back, breaking below, you know. So and at the same time, it's going to create its own new support and resistance areas, right? So if we look at the daily on gold, we did have a big rejection wick, but this candle did end up closing bullish. So unless today, what I'll look to see is, I want to see gold honestly do somewhat of a pullback to start the new month. So I'm expecting a pullback up towards this area here, 1932s, the 1930 area, around here. And then for us to begin to drive down, right? Something like that. We also have rate hikes and everything along with that. So those are all bearish factors for gold as well. You know, we talk about it on the stream. We break it down in the Discord. You know, I'm not going to go into it because it's going to make this video way too long. But it's a bearish factor for gold. We have our first FOMC statement on Wednesday, which happens to be Wednesday, May 4th. So we'll see what happens. There's a good chance that they might pull price back up to here to have the best opportunities for short positions. That's usually just how the market works and what gold will do. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. I will say though, if we get a daily candle to come and close below here, or if we start breaking below this wick on the weekly, then that's when gold should start to drop. That's what I'm looking for, really. This will be the big hitter of the month, in my opinion. Once we break below this weekly candle's low, you can see that we have clean traffic, right? And it should, you know, now that we are bearish on the monthly, we should have no problem just melting down through this area once we break through here. Like, it should happen in a week once we break this wick. So that's what I want to see for gold. Now let's go to GJ, right? So for GJ, I will say on the monthly candle, we are bullish, right? We are bullish. We did just close above. I'm just going to redraw everything. The most recent support, which would be this area. So there's one of two things that could happen for GJ. Just based off of how the weekly and the monthly looks. So with the monthly being bullish, I would anticipate us to pull back into here to make that bottom wick, tap into this previous structure, and then for us to continue driving back up, right? So now if we drop down to the weekly, where can we find this area at? So weekly, but the weekly we are bearish, so we'll have to see. Like, I'm anticipating GJ to probably do that pullback this week, we'll have to see once we could break the below this daily low, and then probably like try and let's see, like around this area here, that 161, 750, 162 area. You can see price started here. You can see a whole bunch of wicks and everything. So I think that, in my opinion, this would be a good area to look to buy GJ. Let me fix this real quick. Right. And so for the longer term plays, but you will have to wait and watch, because if we do start driving down and filling this wick at that same time that we break that wick, this was this wick is the previous monthly low. And if we knew anything about price action, is that when we start breaking lows on the monthly candle and everything, price should continue driving down that way. So if we come the whole ways down here and break below this low, then I'll be ultimately bearish, and then we'll have clean traffic down to the 152s. But like that's just all skeptical for now. Just keep the bullish bias, in my opinion, but expect a pullback. So like simply wait for GJ to pull back to here. Wait for a daily candle to print off of this area here as well, and then you can create that support, and then look to take the buys back up for the month and for the week and everything, right? But you need to know that like this weekly candle is going to want to make some sort of a support, right, before it can keep moving up. So like this one, for example, when we were moving up, we had like a big doji bearish candle on the weekly. Next one, we created that support here, boom, and then what did we do? We moved up. We moved up a whole lot. And then whenever this printed the resistance, right, because this was a bearish candle, what did the next one do? It came down, broke that low, right? We called this trade out in the Discord as well, and it ran for like 500 pips. Obviously I didn't catch the whole thing, but you get the point. So yeah, I would anticipate the bullish bias on GJ. So what I would want, that's what I want to see for the month, is a pullback towards structure, towards this area here on the left hand side, for GJ to move up and continue moving bullish and fill in these wicks, right? And we have clean traffic to always back up towards, like, I'll say like 175 would be the first major target, right? You can see like we had hit here, rejected, price creep back up, wicked off it, pulled back, came in close above, right? And then you can see price even wicked around here before it bled out too, tapped off of it, right? So this is 175 area is obviously an important area for GJ. So that is my monthly target for GJ. I want to see like 175 by the end of the month is what I think we could definitely achieve, as long as we pull back, create a support, and then continue the bullish trend that we've been seeing. NASDAQ. So let's get to NASDAQ. NASDAQ and US30, they're basically going to be the same thing. So I will say, let's look at the US30 chart, because it's a lot cleaner. Boom. So for US30, you can see clean, like very clearly, this is the first time that we've had a candle come and close below the 33,750 level, right? So you can see clearly this candle closed below. So what do we have when we look left? Let me move this. You can see within here clean traffic moving back down towards the 30K area, right? So that's my monthly target for NAS. I'm bearish on, or not NAS, for US30. For US30, I am bearish. I want to see us pull back, get one more final retest into this area here, and we'll have to look at the weekly candle and see how it wants to do it, and the daily. But if we could pull back into here, and then possibly Wednesday will be the day that we start to melt and drop, right, as soon as they introduce those rate hikes. I mean, if you look, they're already priced in. They've been priced in. That's why this, we ended up closing below. But anticipate the sells, right? So if we could pull back towards 33,750 again, create a nice 4-hour or daily resistance, you can anticipate that we're going to start to drop from that point on US30. Along with the NASDAQ, right? So let me actually just draw everything up for NAS, because it is a little choppy, right? So I will say we do have this area we are currently at on NAS, but if we can just continue this nice bearish trend, we should just move straight back down through this area here, right? And then I would say like my first target for NAS would be like 11K, 11,000 flat. Let's draw this in, and then we can look and see what we can do on the lower time frames and everything, right? So I don't know if we'll get a full pullback up towards the 1500s. That seems a little bit too much. That seems a little too ridiculous. But let's go to the daily. So like, you'll just have to wait. I think for Nas, you'll have to wait. If we could just come and close below this area, boom, that would be perfect. Because then you have clean traffic down towards this area here, right? You can see wicks and everything hit, price rejected plenty of times, created support, moved up off there, created support, moved up. So clearly, like the 12,350 area is an important area, right? And keep in mind, we're on the daily time frame, so these zones look very small right now. But I mean, how many points is this from just here to here? Is about 450 points, which is huge, right? That's a lot of pips. So that's like 4,500 pips just to the first zone. So by the end of the month, we should be way down towards the 11,000s, right? With the rate hikes and everything coming in. But that's what I want to see for the month, right? I want to see sells for everything except for GJ. I'm bearish on gold, bearish on Nas, bearish on US30, GJ. For the moment, I'm a little bearish just because of how this weekly candle closed. But if we can come back down here and create support on the daily during this week, then I will say that I am bullish. But if you're in the Discord, then you'll know all these things ahead of time, right? Because I always call this all out. You know, let me see if I can just bring some stuff up here real quick and just show you. But like, so this is our Discord. You know, we go through every single thing, looking to see, right? Blah 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 blah. Yeah, like that. Yeah, 65's easy. Called this out. Boom. Even this was before. This is the breakdown too.
Hopefully you can hear me. Candle close first, right? It sells, right? But let this 30-minute candle close. Yeah, I know it's moving right now. Just be patient, right? This 15 dropped down with no bottom wick.
This was actually a day that my power went out and I couldn't get on the stream. But boom, we still called it out. You know, had to make sure everyone was right. But yeah, so GJ, I want to see us pull back, start to move up. I'm just gonna do a quick drop for everyone, real quick. Pull back, then start to move up. Gold, I want to see us initially pull back, start to move down. And then for Nas, I want to see a pullback, especially because this is a new monthly candle. But we'll have to see. I would say probably towards like their 13,350 level in here. And if for US30, I want to see us pull back to like 33,750, and then start to drive down. Right. And if you go to the monthly, boom, it's a little chalked. But yeah, this alone. This picture right here alone, just looking at how this candle closed below here, this is the first time it's happened. So what do you think's gonna happen, right? This is exactly like, this is why I'm making this video, bro. What do you think's gonna happen? This is the first time, right? This is how they tried to close below since literally almost a full year. Because this was June, it's now May, bro, and it's sell away May. It's sell away May. They're hiking the rates. The fundamentals are lining up. The technicals are lining up, right? So just don't be an idiot. Trade what you see, of course, right? But just keep that bearish bias in mind for the month, right? And that's all I got for you, everyone, for the month and for the week. I'll catch everyone on the streams. I'll catch everyone in the Discord. And your boy Sam is out of here.